Now we're in Mexico. Lauren's first time officially in Mexico. At the end of every year, Lauren and I visit South Texas to see my family in the Rio Grande Valley for Christmas and to visit my hometown of Edinburgh. Last year we covered our trip with one long video, but this year we decided to detail our 5-day trip by covering each interesting thing we did with its own video. So today we'll be taking a look at Lauren's first time in Mexico. Since Lauren's never been in Mexico before, we thought this trip to South Texas would make for a great time to go, because even though we're pretty close to Mexico back in San Diego, the entrance into and from Tijuana is the busiest border crossing in the world. So Texas makes for a way easier crossing, and we're here with my parents that know Spanish, which is a plus. Now that we're actually ready to go, we know the main concern everyone has when going to Mexico is how safe it is. I'm not gonna lie, we didn't do too much research because my family and I have been in this area in the past, so that's why we decided to go to Nuevo Progreso, since that's the town my parents and I used to go to when I was a little kid. And back then, it always seemed relatively safe, and some websites today even say it's still generally a pretty safe border state to visit, but the travel advisory put out by the US Department of State specifically lists the state of Tamaulipas as one of the states that you should not travel to, and that's where Nuevo Progreso is located, unfortunately. To be fair though, I believe that it's some of the other main cities in this region that are way more dangerous. The state of Tamaulipas also includes Reynosa and Matamoros, which are said to be some of the most dangerous cities in Mexico. Luckily, we will not be going there. On the road, we're headed towards Mexico on a very rainy day. Unfortunately, the week we got to Texas was also the one week that was super rainy and filled with overcast days. The bright side to this though is that there isn't much traffic going into Mexico, and now that we made it, we have to pay $1 in quarters to pass the turnstile leading to Mexico. Although it seems like Mexico just charged us $1 to enter, this fee is actually supposed to be for the bridge. At other border crossings, you don't have to pay this. And I was lucky enough to have someone leave a quarter in the machine already, so I got a 25% discount. We made it inside now. We had to pay $1 in quarters. Now we're in Mexico. Lauren's first time officially in Mexico.
After making our walk into Progreso and passing what felt like a million dentist offices and pharmacies, we decided to get one of the things Mexico is best known for: street tacos. We all shared Mexican Cokes, and I had the best tacos I've ever had in my life. I guess Joey wasn't exaggerating when he said these were the best tacos he's ever had.
These are the best tacos I've ever had.
After eating, we all wanted to have a drink.
Right now we're looking for a bar to go to that's more of a sit-down place. We've seen a few that are just like a normal bar, but we want one where we can all sit at.
As you can see, it was pretty dead since the weather was so bad, but we did find a bar. And Joey and I were excited to be able to share our first legally ordered drink together, since he is still a few months away from being able to do that in the States. Joey's parents and I got this huge pina colada drink, not knowing it would be that big, and he got a Corona because he just felt like having a beer. I also wanted to interject with a random funny story. During this time, I took some pictures, and when we got back home a week later, I saw this trend going around on TikTok with a filter that uses AI to add computer-generated images to your picture to make it look like it's zoomed out. One of the photos I ended up using was this one. As you can see, that's my drink and Joey's arm. But look what the AI filter did to him. That's creepy.
Anyways, back to Mexico. We're going to another bar right now that's gonna be quieter. That one had really loud music, which fits the vibe, but we just want to be able to sit down, drink, and talk. Unfortunately, that bar was closed since there wasn't many customers that day, and most of the shops around the area had also decided to close, but we did find this one. And here was some of the most famous designer clothing brands in the world, which I'm sure were not knockoffs.
You gonna buy me that?
Oh yeah. There were also these rings, which I was going to get Lauren, but after trying it on, she changed her mind. When she tried it on, she said it felt like $5, and the price quoted to us was $50, so we came away from the store empty-handed. But good thing we saved our money, because we had to pay another 30 cents to cross the bridge back into the US. Luckily, we all made it back, and I'll let our present selves fill you in on the rest.
So we're back in Texas. We just crossed. We just went through. The guy was kind of mean to me.
I think he saw that she had a different last name than my dad, so my mom and my dad, they could tell they were together, and then they see a younger girl, she has a different last name, so he did seem kind of rude. By the time he got to me, he didn't ask much.
There was like a camera you had to look at, and I'm looking in the camera. Wasn't even looking at him, and he's like, "Look at the camera, ma'am." But
I'd rather deal with some annoying guy than be stuck in Mexico. So we did enjoy our time in Mexico. We would have liked to go to more like bars with my parents, but everything was closed, and it's a Wednesday night, so there's not much travel. The weather's terrible right now. It's cloudy. It was drizzling every now and then, but we still got a great experience. You had the best tacos you said you ever had here.
Those were the best tacos I've ever had. They were so good. I want to get more. And I don't like lettuce, and they had lettuce on them, and I still ate them.
We'll have to try and compare them to Tijuana's tacos at some point.
That was my first time in Mexico, and hopefully we go again. It's fun.
It was really fun. Had my first beer that I could order legally here.
That was also, my drink was a pina colada, and it was good, but it also had huge ice chunks that would come up to the straw.
It was hard to drink.
Yeah, but it was still good.
good.
Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.